Hello everyone, welcome to yet another session on soft skills and interpersonal communication with me Waheeda, Assistant Professor at the Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Dundigal, Hyderabad. In today's session, we are going to talk about discovering yourself, discovering who you are. To find yourself, think for yourself, says Socrates, the famous philosopher. So, do you feel disconnected between how you show up in the world and your inner experiences? And do you struggle to find out who you are and what you are meant to do in this world? If you answer yes to one or more of these questions, you are not alone. Embarking on a self discovery journey provides answers. Self insight leads to clarity and inner harmony. If you know yourself, you know what you want to do in life. You know where to head towards if you are embarking on a journey towards harmony. Your life's quality increases when you align your actions with your personality. If you know who you are, your personality type, then it is easy for you to develop that kind of a personality. Everyone talks about personality development. If you do not know what is your personality and what are the vices and what are the good things about yourself and what are the bad things about yourself, what are you going to develop in that? That's why to increase your quality, when you align your actions with your personality, core values, needs, and strengths, every aspect of your life becomes more meaningful when you pursue what matters more to you. So, the self discovery process is key to success and fulfillment. All the things that happen in your life depends on how you have discovered yourself and what kind of a personality has crept up in that. So let's take a step back from the hustle and bustle of life. It's time to explore your essence, to unravel your most authentic self. What is self discovery all about? Self discovery is a lifelong process of learning who you really are, what you want in life, and why it all matters to you. This includes many aspects like your values, belief systems, desires, emotions, strengths, weaknesses, passions, purpose, and more. But why care about self discovery? Is it so essential to find out who you are? Why is it so important to discover yourself? The self discovery journey leads to self knowledge, knowledge as to the good things and bad things about you, self acceptance, and a clearer understanding of your life's path. And aligning your actions and behavior with your true self leads to more meaning, fulfillment, and joy. So, we should first see the authenticity. Discovering yourself reduces the need for external validation and it leads to congruent decisions, actions, and behaviors. If you know who you really are, and if people comment on you otherwise, you know who you are, and that keeps up your confidence. Self awareness, and recognizing triggers and behavioral patterns allow you to respond to life's challenges more effectively. If you know how much of pressure can you bear, if you know how much of confidence you have, how much of self respect you have and self esteem you have, it is clear for you how you will face those challenges that are creeping up in your life. Then because of this you will have a lot of personal growth. Of course, our life depends. Each day of our life is better than the previous one. So, self discovery allows you to better navigate your strengths and weaknesses, enabling you to reach your full potential. you will be able to work on your uh, strengths, and you will be able to work on your weaknesses simultaneously, allowing your strengths to grow and your weaknesses to uh, I mean, weaknesses to be removed. Like weeding out. I tell my students, like you need to weed out your life, like how a farmer grows his field. He wants one particular type of a crop to grow in his field, all the good ones. If any unnecessary uh, bushes and shrubs are growing around, he just weeds them out, he removes them. So, in that manner, we have to weed out our weaknesses. Okay, sometimes the weaknesses are there in us, and that might prove good for our personality development. So you should be able to recognize them, and then you should be able to nurture them in the required manner. Then we have the fulfillment. Pursuing activities, relationships, and career paths that align with your passions and values increases life satisfaction. If you are good at painting, for example, you will be doing those activities, and then you work on your relationships and also some career path, enhancing your skills when you are doing a particular kind of a job. Along with that, and you are upgrading yourself from time to time, that will allow your passions and values, which will increase your life satisfaction. You will be satisfied with your life if you keep on doing these activities from time to time. Then it will develop your self confidence. Unraveling your strengths, values, and passions fosters self belief in your ability to navigate life's challenges. How it happens? If you know yourself that you will be able to do, you can quickly jump into that action. But if you do not know whether you will be able to do that, whether you have those qualities in that, sometimes there are some dormant qualities in us. When the action is needed, we just jump into it. But if you are aware that you will be able to do that action, then it will be easy for you to take life's challenges at the spur of the moment. So that is the required. And you will find purpose and meaning. Doing what matters more allows you to find deeper meaning in your actions and contributions. We have healthy it will develop healthy relationships. Understanding your communication style, needs, and boundaries sets the basis for effective communication and better relationships. So, the best way to do is to develop healthy relationships with people around you, your family members, your relatives, your neighbors, and the people you are working with, you people you are studying with, your classmates, your colleagues, all those people. So I always tell my student, find out about yourself. Ask each one of whom you know, and the people who know you, three questions or five questions. Put them. And what you want to know from them, what kind of a person you are, what kind of a person that you find me to be in places when it requires quick problem solving skills, or whether what kind of a human being do you find me. Am I compassionate, am I helpful, or am I intelligent, or am oh, whatever. So ask them three good things about me and three bad things about me, which I should you think you should I should improve. So about more than the good things, concentrate on the not so good things people comment about you. Try to work on those aspects. You might not be knowing that you are very selfish. Sometimes when it comes to work, you are not a compassionate person. You might not be helping people that people might expect from you, or it is good. Being assertive is another subject that we are going to talk about later. But here, what the qualities that you possess, let us ask questions to them, to people around us, and then find out what are the good things. Then it is a very easy and very nice way to find out who you really are. Then let's find out how we can make it happen. Do you wonder how to get outside your comfort zone and take a leap of faith despite fear of the unknown? What really happens is that we are in our comfort zone. We do not want to come out of that. How life is going smoothly, we do not sometimes want to take risks and find out or find out or explore what is happening around uh, our lives. So, because of the fear of the unknown, we do not know what kind of people we are going to feed, what kind of people that we are going to find around us and things like that. Or do you feel trapped inside your comfort zone, struggling to get outside its boundaries? Yes, sometimes it happens because of our uh, ability, or because of our getting used to the way that we live. We do not want to come out of that. And do you want to break free and live a more fulfilling life but fear failure and rejection? Yes, this also happens. This could also be one of the reasons why you do not want to come out of your comfort zone. So here are a few steps. Step self-discovery process. There are two general steps to the self-discovery process. What you have to do is just take action. Try something new and explore interests and areas where you can prove yourself, you can find yourself, uh, who you are. Are you a timid person? Are you a brave person? Are you a coward? Are you a compassionate person? We are going to have a number of questions that we should ask to find out who we really are in different areas of our lives, like on a personal ground, or at the educational ground, or things happening around us, and so on and so forth. So, self reflection. Reflect on your actions, behaviors, feelings, and emotions to learn about your needs, preferences, and styles. We have an extensive list of questions to ask yourself. When we keep on giving answers, different types of answers, or trying to delve deep into ourselves, understanding ourselves, then we will get a clear picture of who we really are. Repeating those two steps leads to deeper self understanding. And if you do something related to each step every week, just imagine how much you will learn about yourself over the course of a year. So, if you start immediately from the time that you listen to this video or watch this video, if you start reflecting on your personal abilities, personal shortcomings, then you will discover a new you, the new you that you always wanted to be. But due to some constraints from the family, or from the surrounding, if I say this, that I like this, maybe people will look down upon me, or maybe I will not have the same kind of a reputation if I disclose my feelings towards them, or things like that. So these kinds of things keep us push backwards, and things we do not uh, like want to say, we say sometimes, and things we want to say, we do not say. So these are some of the things. So self reflect questions for self discovery. Self reflection is uh, finding out who you really are. The following questions for self discovery will unravel the layers of your authentic self, enabling you to live a more joyful and fulfilling life. What am I most passionate about in life? This is a very big question. What is it that you want to become? Do I want to become a cricketer? Do I want to become a tennis player, an actor? Maybe that actor you are hiding, you have made it dormant. And if you say it in your family, that I want to become an actor, they might not like it. Or about your life, what is it that you are passionate about? I want to become a teacher, I want to be doing bungee jumping, for example. In what situations do I feel most like myself? You might be feeling you might be feeling schizophrenic. There might be that there are so many personalities in me. Those are growing all a long time. And in what situations do I feel most like myself? Means that I know myself. What are those situations that when I think about is that it is only me who can do this activity? How well do I understand my needs and my desires? What I want in life? What is it that I need in life? What do I want to become? And what is my desire? Do I want to be here continuing the way the life has been offering me, or I want to go out of my comfort zone and find out who I really am? What are my inner desires? Do I want to become rich, or do I want to become happy? These are two different things. Just being happy. Sometimes I might feel that earning a lot of income, having a lot of income, and having a partner is all that I want in life. But sometimes, even after having those things, you are not satisfied with your life. So, what is it that is bothering me? Ask questions and fulfill those, answer those questions and fulfill your life's desires. What are the core values that guide my decisions and actions? Am I a truthful person? If some amount is found while I am traveling in a public transport, what will I do with that? Even if I need the money, I'm in dire need of money, will I go and hand over that bag full of money to the policeman, or to the police station, or will I use it for my purpose? Keep on reflecting, keep on asking such questions, and try to find out in different situations. If you are having a lot of money in your bag, and if you ask this kinds of questions, your answer will be different. But if somebody you see that is dying, and if you offer that money that you have found, you can save that person's life. So in this situation, what kind of your personality will come into action? Are you more compassionate than being honest, or you are honest and you are leaving the life on the creator, and say that if the creator wants to save that person, but I am not going to leave my honesty? So these are some of the questions. What are the core values that guide my decisions and actions? So these values that have been inculcated by my elders, by my parents or guardians who have taken care of me. So you might have seen in movies and also in some stories, there are two kids in the house, and something happens, and the parents die in a car accident, and then the two children are left like that, and one is taken by a thief, and the other one is taken by a nice philanthropist. So the kind of upbringing that person has been getting, the person becomes that. So the person who has been taken up by a thief will become a thief, and the philanthropist person becomes a good person, like that. And what are the core values that guide my decisions and actions? What aspects of my life bring me the most joy and fulfillment? Like, if I have the money and I use that money on myself to fulfill my desires, to fulfill my needs, and I'm not sharing that money with others. So, what gives me fulfillment? You need to know. If you are not happy after having spent that whole money on your needs, your requirements, even then, if you are not fulfilled, then you need to discover that you are not a selfish person. You want to use that money to help others, maybe educate the underprivileged, or provide food for them, provide clean water for them, whatever the requirement may be. What aspects of my life bring me the most joy and fulfillment? As I told you, how do I define success? Another aspect of it is that, for me, just being happy for myself, self fulfillment, or I have what I wanted, then I feel I am successful. And am I on the path to achieving it? What is success according to you? Have you already achieved it? There is a great saying that if you are successful, don't sit back and see, nobody will let you. So there comes a time in life we think we are successful, but it is not the end. Where is my path leading to? Am I achieving it? In what ways have I grown and changed over the past years? Was I a truthful person, or was I not so truthful person? Sometimes I used to tell a lie here and there to save myself. Oh, if you are changing your attitude towards life, and you have changed over, and how you have grown up, you have started weeding out the not so good qualities in you, and then you are towards the success. What would I do if I knew I could not fail? And how does that reflect my deepest desires and aspirations? If you know that you are not going to fail, if you take up this activity or take up this action, and you know that you are going to pass in that, and there is no failure around you, how would you see that? How would it reflect in your actions and desires and aspirations? Dive into the depths of your consciousness with the following self awareness questions designed to unveil your inner workings and perspectives. How do I typically react in stressful situations? Does my mind become blank? Or if I have stress, it makes me work, it adds energy to me and it makes me work. Am I that kind of a person? Or I am not able to think of anything, my mind blocks, and there is no further movement in my actions. What emotions do I feel most frequently, and why? If I feel happy, what could be the reason? Am I satisfied with whatever I am receiving, or am I unhappy with what I am receiving? Do I see the half filled glass, or do I feel the half empty glass? What is it that I feel? What emotions do I feel most frequently, and why is it? Because am I a good person because of so and so person, or am I a good person because of my own behavior, if my thought process, my upbringing? Why? You should ask this question. Why am I this way? What kind of emotions that I feel frequently, and why are they so? How do my thoughts and beliefs influence my decisions? Like I told you just before, that if you are a person of good thoughts, your uh, beliefs, you have good beliefs, you have been brought up in a nice environment, from you are coming from a nice family of good values, then it reflects on your decisions. Which path to take? The truthful path, which is a little bit difficult, or an easy path but a path of a lie, not a truthful place. So this helps. This upbringing, or your values, your thoughts and your feelings depend on the decision making. How do my actions align with my internal values and beliefs? What are those actions? Like it is the other side of the coin, that how my actions are. Do I have to struggle? My values are very good, but my situation is very bad. So can I steal this food and eat if I am very hungry, or can I bear the hunger and wait for the food to come? These are some of the things. What triggers negative emotions, and how do I cope with them? If I see people are doing negative behavior, not so behavior, so you feel okay, it is good even to do even to behave likely in the same manner. But, or do you feel that no, bad is bad in whatever situation it is? So what fears or insecurities hold me back from reaching my potential? What is the insecurity? What is the fear? Leaving my comfort zone, or maybe there is a dilemma that I might not be able to accomplish that target that I have designed for myself. You feel that you do not have that potential because of not discovering yourself. In what areas of my life do I feel most confident and why? Maybe you are confident because you have worked on certain skills. You know how it works. And there are equally other qualities in you, dormant qualities that you have not scratched, or you have not opened up with, you have not discovered, and you have not worked on that. What aspects of my personality do I feel proud of? Yes, I might be a hard worker. I might be not intelligent, but I might be a hard worker. So, with that hard work, I have achieved that success. So, maybe I'm proud of that. Maybe I'm proud of my looks. You should find out that. What aspects of my personality do I feel proud of? Just make note of it. Your personality will come up with all its flying colors. How do I deal with my inner critic? Yes, we are our good best judges. We know what we are, who we are, because nobody else can judge us better than we ourselves can. The inner critic, who is that inner critic? Your conscience. It tells you that you are a good person if you behave nicely, or if the critic is there, that you know this is not the right thing that you have done. That is what makes you embarrassed. That embarrassing feeling comes from the criticism of that inner critic. If you are not embarrassed with whatever wrong you have done, then you have made your inner critic also like you. So try to listen to your inner critic and find out your virtues and vices. Likewise, embark on the journey of continuous self improvement with questions crafted to challenge and accelerate your personal growth. What challenges have I overcome recently? In earlier years of my life, I was not well equipped, or I was not given the opportunity, or I didn't have the opportunity to focus on such aspects of my life. So when I got the chance, I started having. I have recently overcome this. So make a list of all those challenges that I have overcome. And how do I define personal growth for myself? What is that personal growth? Maybe I have learned a new skill, or earlier I was okay with telling a lie here and there. Like to wake up somebody, you might have told that it is 8:30 instead of 8:20. So those 10 minutes lie that you have told them, you have that intention to wake that person up so that the person goes to that particular place on time. But uh, you are not using the truthful way. So even this aspect I feel should be when it should be worked on. So this overcoming those personal aspects also will help you grow. What new skills or knowledge do I want to acquire? Yes, if I want to be successful, what I should do? What are the new skills and knowledge that I have to acquire? What are those courses that I should work, or about my personality? Maybe I do not know, and I didn't know until recently that after seeing the visiting the pottery exhibition, I did not have the knowledge that I had the potential to make very good pots. Likewise, like if I have discovered that I am good at that, then you have to acquire that knowledge. How do I push myself out of my comfort zone? What should I do? How do I handle failure, and what does it teach me? Some people, when they fail in certain aspects, they become arrogant, they lose interest towards life. But if you are a failure, then it should teach you. how does it work, that how do you see failure? Like, is it an opportunity, or it is a stop point? From there you have to start fresh. What lessons I have learned from my past mistakes? What is the mistake that I have made in life that I was not successful in this errand or in this job? So, if you reflect on that, then you will be able to work towards yourself. What are my short term and long term personal growth goals? Make a list of that. And short term, maybe 1 or 2 years, or maybe 5 years. And then where do I want to see myself 5 years from now? And where do I want to see 10 years from now? Or how do I want to spend my old age? What kind of work that I'm going to do? Am I going to be helpful to other people, or am I going to create employment for so many people, or what is it that I want to do in my life? And how do I measure progress in my personal development? So uh, it cannot happen at an equal pace. Sometimes, due to many criteria, your growth might be slow sometimes, and it might be fast sometimes because of various other things. So you have to gauge it. How do I balance self acceptance with a desire to improve? And then, what steps am I taking to create a more fulfilling life? You have to answer this. Uncover the essence of your existence with these questions aimed at guiding you towards living life of purpose and meaning. What activities make me feel most alive, and why? So when I'm doing my academic work, and or when I'm doing my extracurricular activities, or when I'm praying, or when I'm doing other errands, when are my activities make me feel most alive? When am I most happy? When I feel most rejuvenated? Find out that. Some people are good at academics, some people are not at all good at academics, but when they are doing their extracurricular activities, they are their best. So it will help you find out who you are, in the way, the direction that you want to take your life to. Like, if you are happy with these extracurricular activities and sports and games, you can direct your life or take up those professions. If your academics, if you have acquired a degree, and you can stop the qualification there, and you can progress your life, you can direct your life towards something that makes you more interesting. Or you can have two professions at a time, the one that will feed you, and the other one that will make you, keep you happy. And how do I define a life well lived? A person who has done all good, a doctor, for example, who treated his patients with all his truthfulness, all his honesty, and did not bother about his after life, after his retirement. He did not accumulate wealth, or created money for legacy for himself. So that person feels satisfied. Okay, my life has been beneficial to so many lakhs of people. But another person might think that I have earned all my life, I worked for money and accumulated, and I have a big plump bank balance, and I do not need anybody now. So this is the side of where, whether I have lived a life of my choice, or have I done a bad thing that, no, the doctor might think that I did not do a good thing, I should have accumulated lot of money. But his satisfaction, if he is a person of compassion, his satisfaction is that he has cured lot of people. Another businessman's, or another person who has accumulated lot of wealth, he might think that I did not do good to other people, but only thought about myself. But I have money now, but there is nobody around me. But the same way, in the other case, the doctor might be having a lot of people to help him out in his retirement life. So the choice is yours. And what legacy do I want to leave behind? How will the later generations remember me as? Whether I have done a good thing to them or I have not done anything that they should be remembering about me or not. So, what kind of legacy that you want to leave behind? In what ways do I find meaning in my daily life? At the end of the day, when you lie down on your bed to sleep, when you remember the whole day's activities, what is it that has made you happy, and what is the thing that has made you sad, or that I should have been more allowed in my thoughts? When you think like that, how does my work contribute to my sense of purpose? What is the purpose of my life, and am I uh, contributing something towards it on a daily basis? What are my aspirations beyond material success? Like the example just now I gave about a doctor and a wealthy businessman. So the material success is that I have accumulated lot of wealth, but the real success is when you have lot of people around you to help you. And how do my actions impact the world around me? If I do this, will it harm the other people? Always think of the other people around you than yourself. That is being compassionate. What causes or issues am I most passionate about? What is it that makes me passionate? In moments of doubt, how do I remind myself of my purpose? When you have to take, remember the poem, The Road Not Taken? So, if you are having a doubt about what is it that I have to do, then if you have the purpose clear in your mind, then you will go into the direction where your purpose is served. How do I balance pursuing my dreams with other responsibilities? So you have your dreams and you have your responsibilities. If you go towards your dreams, you might not be fulfilling the responsibilities that have been shouldered by you throughout your life. So these are uh, this needs balancing. That will be done only if you know yourself. How do I contribute to the well-being of others? What moments of in my life have felt truly significant? When I donated something or when I did a service to somebody? What is it that has given me more significant? How do I stay true to myself in a world full of expectations? Oh, if people are expecting a lot from me and I'm not able to do it in the truthful way, in an honest way, so can I go the dishonest way and accumulate or get the things for people who are expecting something from you? Or just be yourself, do your capacity of work, and keep on offering in your own capacity and not go beyond your capacity and try to do something unlawful or undesirable to fulfill the expectations of other people. Then we have challenges to choose one self reflection question each day for the next week. Self reflect for at least 5 minutes on your answer, either through meditation, journaling, or quiet thought. This will help you a lot. One after the other, each day's activity, after asking these questions to yourself, you keep a journal, write the answer, and write even the time that you were surrounded by so many problems, what kind of assignments that you were doing, or what kind of monetary help that you were getting, or what was your economic condition during those times, because these things help us a lot in finding out who we really are. If there is no scarcity of money, and if you are doing charity, that is another aspect. If you do not have for yourself but you are helping your friend to go to the hospital and cure himself, or pay his or her exam fees. It matters a lot. I mean, there is a lot of difference in this. When you have money, to give it away is not a big deal. But if you do not have, borrow it from somebody and give it to the person to help that another person, reflects a lot about who you really are. And here are six compelling reasons why self discovery is essential. We have found out so many questions we try to answer, like who we really are. I try to give explanations as to what are these things. But there should be some reason when we are doing something, there should be a concrete reason, a valuable reason that why we are doing it. So we talked about authenticity, isn't it? Knowing yourself allows you to live authentically. When you understand your values, beliefs, and desires, you can align your actions with your true selves. It will help you do better decision making. It will give you improved relationships, and personal growth will be there, and inner peace you will find. And then we have the consequences. We dealt with all these questions in the beginning, and then I want to contrast it with if you are not doing that, the consequences of not knowing ourselves. If we do not know who we really are, what could happen? Conversely, not knowing ourselves can have detrimental consequences. There might be identity crisis. Without self awareness, you may experience an ongoing identity crisis, unsure of who you are and what you stand for. What is the purpose of your life? Who you actually are? And then you will have unfulfilled life. You risk living a life that doesn't align with your true desires, leading to a persistent feeling of unfulfillment. This is a very bad state of being. You do not know where to. It is like a plane which is traveling at a speed of great speed, and it does not know where to land up. Your life will become like that. You risk of you risk a life that doesn't align with your true desires, what you want in life, and you do not know what you want in life, and it gives you a lot of stress and anxiety. Lack of self-awareness can contribute to stress and anxiety, and you grapple with decisions and situations that don't resonate with your authentic self. There will be a lot of crisis, there will be a lot of turmoil in your inside, that your decisions are telling you something, but your upbringing is something. You become stressful, and it will trouble you with lot of anxiety. It will create lot of problems of health and um, development, and then it will affect your thinking process. It's like a circle, leading one thing leading to the other. You will have strained relationship. You will not behave well with people around you. People start disliking you because of the kind of language or the kind of tone that you use with them, and you will not have people around to help you in the times of stress, because of your behavior, because of your attitude towards them. Then this will make you more unhappy, and it will affect in the way that you behave with them. And then you will have strained relationships with people around. Interpersonal and intrapersonal communication will be hampered, and there won't be anybody to help you. When you don't know yourself, it's challenging to communicate your needs effectively, often leading to strained relationships. And then because you are brooding towards all these kinds of anxieties, depressions, and stress, fighting with your health as well as the people around you, you miss out on opportunities. There is the time consuming things, the actions require immediate decision making power, which will be hampered. Maybe sometimes people go to taking drugs and they become alcoholic, and sometimes it leads to suicidal thoughts and even suicide for that matter. Without self awareness, you may overlook opportunities that could have enriched your life. You, because you are brooding, you are thinking more of the kind of stress and anxiety, depression that you are going through. The opportunities that are knocking your door, you might not open the door on the right time, and the opportunities are lost. Not knowing self can breed self doubt as you constantly second guess your actions and decisions. By the time you decide whether this is good for me or that is good for me, the opportunity, the time to take up that opportunity has elapsed. So that is not good. Here we have the power of affirmations for self discovery. Now, let's talk about affirmations. Affirmations are, what are affirmations? They are positive statements or phrases that you repeat to yourself regularly. They are like a tool to reshape your thoughts and patterns and beliefs. Affirmations can be particularly potent when it comes to self discovery because they encourage introspection and self acceptance. After we have discovered, we have lined up the things one after the other, made a list of the things that you are passionate about, in what kind of behavior that is shown of you, then when we know what kind of a personality we have, and then we take the help of some affirmations for self discovery. Maybe if we do not have all those good qualities with us, these affirmations will help us to improve on our knowing ourselves. We'll talk about some 24 affirmations for knowing ourselves. I'm open to self discovery. The first thing, when we talk about listening skills, also the earlier chapters, earlier modules that we were talking about, segments, we told about listening. So it should start, even the thought process starts with, oh, keeping your mind open, whether you want it. If you decide for yourself that you want it, then only something can happen. If you close your mind and sit, if you do not want to do anything, then nobody can help you. That should come from within. 99% inspiration and 1% perspiration is required. And I'm open to self discovery. I should say that from within, I should uh, be open to discover myself. I trust my inner wisdom to guide me, the doppelganger that is guiding me, as I should trust that it is enough for me. I embrace my authentic self. What is the authentic self that we talked about? The one which will help me find out who truly I am. I will embrace it. Once I find out who I really am, I'm going to embrace it with all my might. I'm worthy of self compassion and self love. All these qualities have been imbibed, they are dormant in us. If we do not scrap them, if we do not work towards them, they are there dormant. But once we find out, we have to find out our worth. I honor my thoughts and feelings. Yes, I'm in tune with my intuition, that something from within tells you that this is good, this is bad. In our inner selves, the decision is given to us. We have the power of decision, whether to do good in a situation, whether to do bad in a situation. So which one will we accept? I listen to the messages my body sends me, the intuition or the sixth sense that my body gives. I will listen to it. I release self doubt and embrace self trust. After having realized, if you affirm that I am going to release self doubt and I am going to embrace self trust, if I will trust in myself, I will trust my instincts, the inner self of me, the authentic self, then I will embrace all these things. I am aware of my strengths and weaknesses. Since I have asked the question and I have made a list of all the strengths that I have, and I have discovered my weaknesses also. Some weaknesses which are good for me and which are good for others, and some weaknesses which are bad for me and bad for others also. Like, for example, a weakness is that I cannot say no to anybody. It is not so good for me because in dire situations I cannot say no and it is harming my. I don't have time to prepare for my examination, but I am helping my friend complete the assignment. So, this is a virtue or a weakness that I cannot say no to anybody is harming me but benefiting the others. Something that is harming me also and the other person around me. I'm having a kind of a not so good quality and I'm trying to make that habit also pass on to my friend. This is my weakness and I'm giving that weakness to the other person who are around me also. Could be harmful. Okay. I'm in tune with my intuition. I'm deserving of a fulfilling life. So sometimes the self-esteem of some people goes down becomes so weak that they think that they do not deserve any kind of fulfilling life. But if you do these affirmations that I deserve a life, a fulfilling life, then you will be able to do that. I give myself permission to change and grow. That should come from within, and this affirmation will help you uh, give the permission to change and grow. Change from the not so good things that we have been following all our life, and then grow in the direction that we have made some changes in our lives. I'm at peace with my past because of several wrong decisions or the mistakes that we have made in our past life. We might be in turmoil with that. But if you get in peace with whatever we have done and rectified those mistakes that we have done or made wrong decisions in our life, then the rest of the future will be brighter. I release the need for external validation. I'm the author of my own story. This is a very good affirmation that whatever I want to do in life, I'm going to write those lines for myself. I embrace the journey of self discovery that we have done. I'm in harmony with my true self. Sometimes there might be a fight. What I want to become and what I really am. So you should come in harmony with your true self. I'm resilient and adaptable. Yes, if we become rigid and if you're not flexible, then it will become very difficult for you to adapt to the change. I trust that I am on the right path. That instinct, that sixth sense should tell us that we have this ability to find out what is right for us and what is right for the others. So we need to know what is the right path. I make self-care a priority. So first, take your care yourself so that you are healthy, you are a fine person. Then only you can take care of other people. I'm kind and patient with myself. Yes, if I do a mistake or if I am not able to do the things that I have mapped out things for myself, then I'm not going to harm myself. I'm not I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm going to be kind and patient with myself. I'm constantly evolving and improving. If the thought, this affirmation, if you keep on saying that you are constantly evolving and improving, you will do that and you will from day 1 to day 10. If you keep on doing this, you will find a different kind of a person. Each day you will be an improved person. I'm confident and in my decisions. I'm becoming the best version of myself. Earlier, I was not possessing all these good qualities that I have thought should be a part of me. But day by day, I'm acquiring them. I'm working towards it. I'm into action. I'm not still in that comfort zone that I was before. Okay. Then these affirmations that will help us find out ourselves. Cultivate self compassion. Listen to our inner voice. Trust our intuitions to guide us. Prioritize self care. Then develop self trust. Heighten awareness of our thoughts and feelings. Do not just pass on the life like that. Things are coming, Monday is coming, Saturday is coming, you enjoy the Sunday, and then again the next week starts. Reflect on things, the good things that you have been doing, the not so good things that you have been doing, the bad things that you have been doing. Make a list, reflect on your life. What are the good things that are coming up in your life? Then start by visualizing your ideal self. You might have mapped out an issue like a personality, a standard you that you want to become. So try to fit yourself into that stature. Maybe your life has gone pretty smoothly and according to the guidelines your parents, your teachers, or and your friends and others have recommended. If that's the case, you might not have given your true self much thought. Why we don't we give thought to ourselves? Because things are coming to us, instructions are coming, we are following. Then I gave the example of a thief and a philanthropist. Many people end up defining themselves by the relationships with others or things they have always done, never considering the possibility of anything different. Why it is not that? Because we are in the constraints or we are guided by our elders, and we do not reflect. Without a clear idea of the things that matter to you or the person you hope to become. Though you will continue living for other people instead of yourself. You are doing what other people are doing. You are dressing like how other people want you to dress, or you are eating the food prepared by other people. Maybe you like it or maybe you do not like it, or things like that. You don't need to begin with a complete picture. After all, your journey is all about discovering what the full picture is. But try asking yourself things like, what do I want from life? I might not have sent into this world just for the sake of being over here, live my life like any other animal and then go away. No, there is some purpose that I have to fulfill. If I'm not doing that, I'm not doing that great responsibility that has been bestowed upon me. Where do I see myself in 5 years and 10 years? I told you this question. What do I regret most? Having lost the time that I was required to do certain things. This might create a lot of turmoil in your thought process. So how to combat that kind of a feeling, and how to rectify and catch up with the time that has been lost? What makes me proud of myself? If I am accomplished, you cannot be just be proud for not doing anything. That there should be some kind of accomplishment for you to become something that you are proud of. These questions can give you a startling place. If you get stuck, it can help to think back to time when you felt fulfilled and happy and consider what contributed. If you are getting negative questions when you are asking this question, negative answers when you are asking these questions, then reflect upon time when you asked these questions and you felt proud and when you felt happy and fulfilled. What made you have those feelings? Doing, living for yourself or living for benefiting other people, or what is it that made you feel better? Okay, Explore your passions. How will you do that? These passions help give life purpose and make it rich and meaningful. Maybe a passion for helping others guided you to field of medicine, but your current position in medical billing doesn't quite fulfill your urge to provide compassionate care. So you need to explore what it is. Living out your passion might involve identifying the job you really want and researching the steps necessary for a career change. Or maybe it is exploring ways to volunteer with your skills at a street as a street medic. So not brooding about. Okay, if you could not become a medical professional and you wanted to become a compassionate person and help other people. But if you're not able to become one, don't brood about it and don't start cursing your life or cursing the people who could not make it possible for you. But instead, whatever job that you have, like the example I gave, like a medic, if you volunteer and help other people in this, whatever profession that you are, if you are compassionate, that passion will be continuing. Living out your passion might involve identifying the job you really want. And keep in mind that passions don't always have to be complex or relate to professional interests. Think about what you spend your free time doing on a day to day basis. What excites you and brings joy to your life? Even interests like movies and music can offer insight. Taking some time to consider what you enjoy and look forward to most can help you discover ways to enrich your life. Try new things, like maybe you can't name many passions. That's okay. If you haven't done much for yourself in a long time, you might not remember what you used to enjoy. One good way to begin figuring this out is do something new and totally different. You won't know what you enjoy until you give it a shot, right? Maybe you have always had an interest in artistic pursuits but never attempted anything after a college ceramics class. Check your local library or other community centers for free or low cost adult learning classes. Then if you can't get to a class in person, try on this online tutorials. They might not be quite the same, but they can often teach you enough to know whether you would like to continue pursuing that hobby. Then exploring new hobbies, especially like ones you have never tried before, can sometimes feel a little overwhelming, and especially if you go for more adventurous options, it would be good for you. If you feel nervous, try to think of how proud and accomplishing you will feel afterwards, after having completed that course. This will boost your self-confidence. Beyond teaching you more about yourself, taking safe risk may boost your self-esteem. Evaluate your skills. Most people have a particular knack of something or other: crafting, home improvements, cooking, or any number of other skills. As part of the self discovery process, you might consider taking some time to consider your unique abilities and how you might use them. Maybe your friends always ask you to plan their parties, or your neighbors regularly ask you for gardening tips. If these skills are something you can regularly ask for, then picture yourself developing. Why not put them into practice? Okay, using your skills hones them, those dormant skills that you have, which can increase your confidence also. Greater self confidence, in turn, encourages you to keep exploring new talents, along with any others you may not have noticed before, as I told you about the dormant qualities. Then identify what you value about yourself, your personal values, or the specific qualities you view as most important and meaningful can tell you a lot about your future, about your nature. These values can help illustrate the life you want to live as well as the behavior you expect from others. Honesty, compassion, loyalty, creativity, courage, intelligence, and these clarifying these values can help you make certain you are living them out. If you have never taken the time to explore what principles you might find valuable, making this part of your self discovery process can have a lot of benefit. Think about it. When you want answers, start with a few questions. When you want answers, start with few questions. Why do I do the things I do? What drives me? What am I missing? What kind of impact do my choices have on the life I want? Then apply these questions to all the areas of your life. Don't feel like you need to come up with answers immediately, though. Self discovery takes time and it's most helpful to carefully consider your responses instead of grappling at the first thing that comes to mind. Then allow all the honest with yourself. If you can't come up with a good answer, that doesn't mean you are failed, but it does suggest that some change might help. So, with this, we come to an end of the session. We'll continue in the next session.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.